What's up, scrappy peeps? It's Adele from Inkie Quill, and I'm here with a Kit Crashes Project Life video for you today. So Kit Crashes is where I grab an old kit from my stash and try and use it up. Now, this is my album that starts in September-ish, maybe August it might start, and I've actually done a butt ton of this album, which makes me happy. I'm up to October now, which is getting there slowly. Let me know in the comments below where you're up to with your 2016 Project Life if you do so. I think I'm up to October. I'm pretty sure that's where I am, so there'll be lots more Project Life videos coming in the next month or so trying to catch up. I'm using the August 2016, I believe. Yes. Is it 2016? I think it is because the corners are straight. August Studio Calico kit, which I bought on their grab bag sale thing that they had a little while ago. That's the only time I really buy Studio Calico kits, when they're super cheap. Basically just for the cards, because the embellishments aren't really always my thing. Like this pack of embellishments has a lot of bits and pieces that I don't quite like, but I try and get as much use out of them as I can. So you can see this is a 2-page spread in my 9x12 album. A lot of people ask where I get my albums from. I grab them from Studio Calico when they have an album sale, because shipping to Australia is redonkulous. The last one I got 15 albums and it cost $100 in postage, but the albums were 50% off. So it still worked out as a deal for me, and for the price that I can get them over here in Australia, it was worth it, and I should be good for 2017 now. Fingers freaking crossed. So I'm just sorting out, I like to sort out the cards first, because it kind of guides what embellishments I'm going to use. So for example, that top card on the left hand side is quite busy, so I'm not going to do as many embellishments. I say with bated breath, maybe I do, but I would plan to not use as many embellishments there because the card's so busy. So tappy tappy fingers, it's time to start. Now this card had a quote about something about little boys, and I know I could save it up to use it for Baby Toomey, but I just wanted to use it and get it used up. So I just added a circle from that embellishment pack, and I'm just sticking it over the top of the quote. So that's a topical? No, why am I saying topical? That's a fun tip to use. If you don't like a Project Life card, change it to make it something that you can use, because there's no point having cards that you're never ever going to use just sitting around in your stash. I've come to that realization. Now these little puffy circles I love, but some of the words are a bit, I don't know, I just won't use them, but I decide to use as many as I can on this spread, and they're a nice plasticky puff as well. If you're like me and you like the textures of embellishments, it's a nice plasticky puff. This little set of circles and hearts came in handy a lot on this layout, and I'm just using, this is called a fine line bottle, and you buy it empty, and I fill it with what do they call it now? It's the Scotch glue. It was quick dry, but now I think they call it Scotch tacky glue, I think. And I always got to say that in an American accent. Tacky. Tacky is such an... Don't you think, Aaron? No, he's not listening. He's got headphones on.
What's that?
Don't you think tacky is a hard word to say with an Australian accent? Do you go to say tacky? I say tacky.
No.
Aye.
Tacky. Because I think of it like a tacky bogan. You know, like, oh, that shirt's really tacky.
Oh, okay.
Not
I get
like
it. I think of sticky. Tacky. Yeah. Oh, that's taffy. They eat taffy, don't they? I'm getting tacky and taffy mixed up. I'm sorry for just obliminating, that's not a word either, obliminating the American accent that I just did then. Look, it's 9:30 p.m. and it's been one of those days. I've spent the day in bed in a lot of pain, but I wanted to record this voiceover so you have a video for Wednesday, which is probably Tuesday for a lot of my taffy American listeners. It's probably Tuesday. I always forget that because I upload them at 7 a.m. here on Wednesday morning. Anyway, back to layout, Adele. Baby brain aplenty today. I'm just adding a little bit of journaling here. I get a lot of questions about what pens I like to use. This one is a Copic multi-liner. That's what it is. And it's the 0.1. I'm not hugely fussed. Well, yes, I am. That's a lie, Adele. I'm not super duper fussed on pens, but I like a felt tip that's a 0.1. And if you can bring that to me, then I'll probably be happy with it. This is a photo of my friend Liz and I. It was her birthday that we went away for. And I just added this little hello down here. And I just thought it coordinated really cutely with the cottage behind us that we stayed in. Just trying to find another one of those pretty puffy circles to pop on. Oh, two puffy pretty circles. Going all out, Adele. So I'm just adding another one of those little wooden hearts. I like to add things in threes, and I also like to add them, sprinkle them across the layout. So if I use a puffy sticker in one area of my layout, I'll use it again somewhere else and try and bring that continuity across the layout. So I'm looking here. These weren't in the kit. Now, like I said in my last Kit Crashes video, I find that I often have to supplement things into the Studio Calico Project Life kits just to beef up the embellishments a bit. So I added a tiny word sticker from Citrus Twist in nice turquoise, and that coordinates with the card that's below it that we just did. That's that turquoisey blue kind of colour. Going through my little container of embellishments just to find a little label and sticking that on for some journaling or not, making it skinnier. I really am enjoying putting some black and white photos in my album as well. I tend to make photos black and white for a couple of reasons. Either the colours are too busy in the picture, or the picture is maybe taken at nighttime on my phone, which is not the greatest quality, or if it's something that has like lime green or a colour that I find really hard to scrap with, I'll also make it black and white. So I think that one there, it was getting to dusk and I think it was a little bit grainy. So that's why I made it black and white. So this one was perfect for that little house embellishment. So usually I wouldn't have used that house embellishment, but the cottage that we stayed in was a light blue colour and it just worked out perfectly. So this is my friends and I sitting on the veranda while we had our brekkie. I do have, oh, by the way, I have a vlog of this whole weekend over on my third channel, Mr. and Mrs Rad. The link's always down in the description below. So if you want to see more of a sneak peek behind this girls' weekend that we had, as well as all the shenanigans that Aaron and I get up to, and lots of bunny cameos and little crafty sneaks and adventures that we do, head over to our other channel, Mr. and Mrs Rad, and subscribe. We're hoping from now on of posting about 3 vlogs a week, and that will be the channel to follow the adventures of baby Toomey as well. So we'll definitely do a video setting up the nursery next week or the week after, maybe the week after, and also going through the rest of my pregnancy. So I'm just adding this little tree because, again, I wouldn't have used this tree otherwise, but it just worked out so perfectly for this page that's what kind of guided me in picking this kit to do, I must be honest. My friends and I thought this was the perfect tree. Like, you know, when you see photos of people having a picnic outside or getting married under a tree, this is the tree. This is the one that you'd pick. It was just lovely and symmetrical, and it had a good distance from the ground to the branches. It was just the perfect tree, and we spent a good half an hour discussing how perfect this tree was, because now we're not in our mid-20s anymore, and we discuss the important topics in life, like the perfection of trees. We also had a lovely talk about vacuums not too long ago as well. That's how thrilling our chats have gotten. So I'm just adding some enamel dots from my stash, and that card is done. And I think that's almost it for this side. Now, this photo, I have to explain. This is my bestie Karen, and on the left, this is a photo that was taken about 8 years ago. And then the photo on the right was taken at our girls' weekend, and she folded the napkin and put it on her head, and it reminded us of this photo, and so she impersonated it, and I just had to include the old photo as well. So if you've got a quiet project life week, that's often something fun to do. So compare like then and now. So you could take a photo of the outside of your house and compare it to where you were 10 years ago. Maybe it was the same house and it looked different, or maybe it was a completely different country or area. You could also do the same with, like, if you have children or pets. You could do a then and now. You could even do it about you. So where were you 5-10 years ago? Take a photo and compare it to where you are now. So that's a good idea to fill up those weeks that we don't have too many photos. I have a feeling that last week, the first week of January, is going to be one of those weeks for me. I've printed out a couple of photos, but it may only be one page, I think. Ooh, imagine that, a 1-page week. If you know me, you know that's a rarity. I'm trying to get better. I am. I'm trying. I'm not succeeding completely, but I'm trying. Now I'm just going through the other side of that layout, and I've been enjoying, back when I used to do 12 by 12, I was so fixated on having a week to 2 pages, no matter what, no matter how many photos I had, it had to be a week to 2 pages. And I'm really enjoying with this 9 by 12 format that I don't mind if a new week starts on the back of a page or the front of a page. It doesn't really matter. Whereas when I did the 12 by 12, it really did matter to me, but I've gotten past it, which is handy. It makes life a lot easier. So when I do these double page spreads, I'm really enjoying doing a back and a front of a page protector. I feel like I've accomplished something instead of doing a side by side double spread, if you get what I mean. I think did that make sense coming out? It made sense in my head, but the baby brain is making a lot of things make sense in my head and not coming out my mouth with words at the moment. This is a photo of my friend Hannah, and we went, we went wine tasting, but I was just the designated driver, the deso. And one of the wineries we went to had this strange metal sculpture out the front, and Hannah posed for a photo impersonating it, and it was spot on. So I had to include that photo in there. So photos like this that aren't, I like photos that are landscape photos, so that it's a landscape photo, but I don't really want to dedicate a whole 4x6 pocket to it, because there's more 3x4 pockets in the page protectors than there is 4x6. And I know I could make my own with my fuse tool, but I prefer to, little funny photos like this, I prefer to make them smaller. And I will be posting a photo in the next couple of weeks on how I edit and print all my photos as well. So stay tuned for that. Next up, I'm just sticking these straight onto the back of that card that was that we did behind, that was of Liz and I on the floral card. And it was so ridiculously windy. If you watch the vlog over on Mr. and Mrs Rad, you'll see. But we had some struggles taking some photos, because I'm the group photographer. So whenever we go somewhere, I'm the one that takes all the photos, of course, because I love photos and my friends don't scrapbook. So it makes it easier. Actually, Nina, if you're watching this, I'm excited for you to start scrapbooking. In the comments below, give Nina a little, go Nina, you can do it, because Nina starts Project Life every year and gets a couple of months in. And this year, we're going to make it happen, aren't we, Neens? We are. So the camera cut off. So I did finish off those bottom 2 cards before I had enough time, but I'm all done. So here I just added a couple of little embellishments. I love doing that, a collage of 4 photos and then a little bit of an embellishment in the middle. Then we've got Hannah's photo, and then I just added a couple of the business cards from the wineries in there. This one, all I did was add a couple of tiny word stickers up the top and down the bottom just to balance it out. And then here's a photo of my friends catnapping in the sun after their wine tours were over. Because we all know it gets to that point in the afternoon after you've done a day of wine tasting when you just need a little lie down in the grass in the sunshine. So I had a lot of fun doing this, and I have a feeling I may use this kit again. I think I do in another layout. I recorded these videos about a month ago. I'm just going back and editing them now because of the craziness of Christmas is over. But I have a feeling there might be another one. So please, please, please give this video a thumbs up if you like Project Life, because that helps me know that you enjoy these videos. And it also just makes a El Crapo day that little bit happier, because I need a bit of happiness today. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you all on Saturday with another new video. Bye!